So we know what Edwards wants. The question is, will Barack Obama get what he wants out of this, namely Edwards' supporters, Clinton's headlines, and of course, the Democratic nomination. Bonnie Erbe is a syndicated columnist and host of To the Contrary on PBS. She joins us live from Washington. And Kevin Merida is associate editor for the Washington Post. He joins us live from the Washington Post newsroom. Bonnie, I'll start with you. At this point in the race, how do you measure the impact of John Edwards' endorsement?
Well, it's tough to measure, but let's look at several factors here. Flame suit on as usual. It is the maraschino cherry on top of a sundae, but in that sundae is lurking a tarantula. Clearly what he needs to do for Obama, what he's trying to do, is bring back the support of white working class voters, but he didn't get that much from that. That was clearly his demographic, but he didn't do that well in his own presidential campaign. He didn't do very well as a vice presidential candidate against Dick Cheney in the debates 4 years ago. So I think actually what is much more helpful to Senator Obama to get white working class voters is Senator Clinton's statement yesterday that her supporters, 30% of whom are telling pollsters they'll vote for McCain over Obama. She went out and said, don't do that. She kind of pulled the plug on her own campaign doing that.
Bonnie, you bring up a great point. Kevin, let me put it to you, because he's a candidate who lost in the election. I mean, when has this historically helped a candidate in a big way, put it over, clinch it? I mean, is there the value of the Edwards endorsement that you would get the feeling there was if you were watching any television station last night? I mean, it was blown out wall-to-wall coverage.
Well, endorsements are largely about signals, messages, and timing. I think the timing here is that he gives this endorsement when Obama has just been routed in West Virginia, and when Hillary Clinton is trying to kind of drive a wedge and show that she's the person that can appeal to this constituency Democrats need, working class whites. And so in the same way that Bill Richardson endorsed at a time when Obama was going through a lot of struggles over the Reverend Wright's comments, his former pastor. So a lot of it is helping Obama at a time when he really needs help, and sending a broad signal across the Democratic Party that while we want the contest to continue and play out gracefully, we don't want it to continue to play out in a competitive, hard-fought way.
Kevin, bring up a good point, and I think Barack Obama is getting some criticism for not even trying in West Virginia. It'll be interesting to see if John Edwards helps him at all next Tuesday in Kentucky. I want to ask you both about the breaking news that just happened in the past half hour. President Bush speaking in Jerusalem, making a major swipe at Barack Obama, comparing him, well, basically saying that it was ridiculous for him to think of negotiating with Iran, and bringing up, I guess, a parallel of negotiating with Hitler, what an attempt like that would be. Bonnie, your thoughts of this?
Well, and I speak as a Jewish American with a bit of Jubin or Cuban Jew thrown in there.
That's okay.
The last thing that Senator McCain wants right now is any help from President Bush. His numbers are in the 20s. He's at an historic low. Clearly, this was aimed at the Jewish vote, and I don't think Senator McCain is going to have much by way of a problem there. The internet is covered with videos of Palestinians stumping for Obama. That was an Al Jazeera report that was making its way around the internet. But Republicans are so scared of the Bush effect come November. They've lost 3 House seats that they weren't supposed to lose in Illinois, Louisiana, and Mississippi. And the last thing Senator McCain needs right now is this kind of quote-unquote help from President Bush.
Kevin, do you agree?
Well, it actually plays into Obama's message, which is that we need a different kind of politics in this country and a different kind of leader. One that would see America as part of the world, but not necessarily the controller of the world. A lot of people embrace that message. I think that with President Bush, it's fairly unusual language. I agree with Bonnie that John McCain is going to be trying to temper a lot of President Bush's comments.
And that is the next question that we'll be watching throughout the day today. How does John McCain respond to these stinging comments against Barack Obama by President Bush out of Jerusalem? That will be fascinating. Kevin and Bonnie, thank you very much. And we're going to have much more on this.